दूर न जाना, रखना याद मुझे सब, जब तक है जहां.
Legendary filmmaker Yash Chopra is no more. The film industry veteran who was hailed as the king of romance passed away at Mumbai's Leelavati Hospital on Sunday evening. Chopra was admitted in the hospital on 13th of October after being diagnosed with dengue. He died of multiple organ failure at about 5:30 last evening. The filmmaker's body was brought back to the Yash Raj Studios in Andheri last night by his son Aditya Chopra, Karan Johar and Shah Rukh Khan. Yash Chopra's mortal remains will be kept at the Yash Raj Studios till noon for people to pay their respects. The cremation is scheduled to take place at 3 p.m. In a career that spanned almost 5 decades, Yash Chopra directed 22 films with super hits like Diwar, Trishul, Chandni, Silsila and many more. He had announced his retirement from film direction last month. His last film will be the upcoming romantic movie Jab Tak Hai Jaan, which stars Shah Rukh Khan, Katrina Kaif and Anushka Sharma in the lead. The film is set to release on 13th of November. Lada Gurden Singh now joins us from Yash Raj Studios in Mumbai, where the mortal remains of Yash Chopra have been kept. Lada, just take us through who all have been visiting since morning to pay their last respects.
Ruchika, there's been a huge rush of celebrities out here. We do know, and we've told the viewers that, how Shah Rukh Khan was in fact one of the last ones to leave, the Yash Studios early morning at around 5 a.m. We saw Rani Mukherjee walk in at around 7 a.m., followed by Karan Johar, Mukesh Bhatt, and host of other celebrities. As we speak, we are also told that at around 1:30 p.m. today, Mr. Chopra's mortal remains will be taken out in a closed casket. And as you speak there's still, I would tell the camera person to pan, there's still more and more celebrities coming in to pay their last respect to Mr. Yash Chopra. And in fact, we went inside to pay our last respects. And the irony of it all is that, the very place where Mr. Yash Chopra celebrated his 80th birthday, at that very studio floor, his mortal remains are kept. We saw Miss Pamela Chopra over there looking extremely sad, and she was inconsolable. She was being consoled by Karan Johar and Rani Mukherjee. Uday Chopra and Aditya Chopra were by her side. A very, very sad, situation out there, and almost heartbreaking to actually see the man, in that state. Somebody who actually was part of a present day narrative, because he was ready with his next film, which he said was his swan song, Jab Tak Hai Jaan, ready for release on November 13th. Ironically, he was about to shoot the last song of the film in Switzerland, the place that he made really popular amongst the lovers of Indian cinema. Unfortunately, the man is no more, but his films and his legacy shall continue. Ruchika.
Absolutely. Well, a deep sense of shock and grief there in the Indian film industry. Stars lining up since morning, in fact, since late last evening, to pay their last respects to Yash Chopra, the legendary filmmaker who passed away in Mumbai last evening. He was 80. And understandably so, this deep sense of mourning in Bollywood today, Lada, considering the role he has played in shaping the careers of so many film stars. We can go on talking about the films that he has made and the impact that they have had on people at large, not just on the careers of these stars who he made, be it Shah Rukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan in that film Diwar.
Absolutely, Ruchika. In fact, most people do not talk about the fact that he was actually the most prolific filmmaker that we have had. Almost 56 years of, 80 years spent in active filmmaking. He started as, an AD on films like Naya Daur, and, went on to completely branched out at the time of his marriage, when he got married to Pamela Chopra in 1971, and then came out with films like Daag, Ittifaq. He dabbled with every genre of Indian filmmaking, be it romance came in fact much later in his career. He was more involved with thrillers, with social dramas, and then went on to actually build this huge Yash Raj Studios, which is actually one of the biggest studios in the country with international presence, and it matches the biggest studios in Hollywood as well. So to that effect, he not only in fact shaped the careers of Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, Anil Kapoor, but he also deeply impacted scores of filmmakers who went on to actually take forward his legacy from the Yash Raj school of filmmaking, because clearly when we look at the filmmakers right now, they have a deep sense, a deep impact of his filmmaking, his craft, and that is something which is going to make sure that the legacy continues, not just from Aditya Chopra, but also from scores of filmmakers and lyricists. For example, people like Javed Akhtar. He in fact, was one of the main people who pushed Javed Akhtar into writing for songs, into turning into a lyricist, because Javed Akhtar was known as a dialogue writer primarily, and clearly he's actually left a lot of people deeply impacted, uh, and the legacy does continue.
Well,
Ruchika.
what an influence they're really on all the young crop of directors, filmmakers, and of course lyricists and others who are part of that film industry. And this is, of course, what Amitabh Bachchan wrote on his blog late last night, remembering the king of romance. Lara, just stay with us because let's also bring some of the other reactions that have come in after the passing away of Yash Chopra, a career spanning 5 decades. Yash Chopra directed 22 films and produced many more. He was truly a legend in the Indian film industry, and tributes have been pouring in for the man who actually redefined love stories, the way love stories are told in Bollywood.
मेरी बस दुनिया तहस नहस हो गई। मेरे लिए यश जी सिर्फ एक रोल मॉडल नहीं थे, एक इंस्पिरेशन थे, जिन्हें मैं हमेशा एक एज एन आइडियल देखता था, जिनके कदम नक्शो कदम पे चलने की एस्पिरेशन हमेशा होती थी।
मैं समझता हूं कि मैं याद रखूंगा एक ऐसे फिल्म मेकर की हैसियत से जिसे एक फिल्म मेकिंग से मोहब्बत थी, जिसे ज़बान से मोहब्बत थी, जिसे शायरी से मोहब्बत थी, जिसे ज़िंदगी की खूबसूरती से मोहब्बत थी। लोग उन्हें रोमांटिक फिल्मों का डायरेक्टर कहते हैं, उन्होंने बहुत सी फिल्में बनाई हैं जो रोमांटिक नहीं, लेकिन उनमें भी एक तरह का रोमांस है।
It's a great loss to the industry and to all of us whose lives Yash has touched. I think we are going to miss him a lot because this is one of the biggest mentors of the film industry, and he has been a father to a lot of us technicians and to a lot of fabulous films, and it is definitely a very great loss, and I pray for him and his family.
ऐसा फिल्म मेकर जिनकी फिल्में देख के हम बड़े हुए, 50 साल से वो फिल्में बनाते थे। फूल का फूल, इत्तेफाक, सिलसिला, लम्हे, डर, दिल तो पागल है, मैंने कितनी पिक्चरें में गऊ जो उन्होंने, क्योंकि कंट्रीब्यूशन इज ह्यूज इंडस्ट्री में, मैंने कितनी पीढ़ियों को उन्होंने इनकरेज किया है। तो मेरे ख्याल से यश जी जो है हमेशा इमॉर्टल रहेंगे, हमेशा उनका नाम इंडस्ट्री के सुनहरे पन्ने में हमेशा लिखा जाएगा कि यश जी जैसे फिल्म मेकर ना थे ना रहेंगे, ऐसा इस तरह का फिल्म मेकर जो कभी आएंगे।
Yash Chopra is something that, or someone that the country has grown with. It's what India and independent India is all about. It's about romance. It's the feeling of the sincerity of Indian cinema.
I think whether it's romance, whether it's love stories, whether it's anything, the only thing you know about so much is only because of Yash ji, and it's a huge, incredible loss to the industry.
I think in the recent time, Bollywood के लिए सबसे बड़ा loss है. Apart from him being a legend and a genius, he was one of the nicest people that I've been told about. और हिंदी सिनेमा के लिए जिस तरह का ये loss हुआ है, मुझे लगता है ये बहुत मुश्किल है इस टाइप के आदमी का दोबारा हिंदुस्तान में पैदा होना.
Yash ji for us he's been a legend, somebody who has changed cinema, and really, he has built those milestones that everybody still tries to reach. He symbolized a dream sequence in Switzerland. He took that dream sequence and he made it a fantasy where every director today needs to always have some part of it in a film. For me, that is somebody who will be immortal forever, and I think it's really sad that he passed away.
All right, so one of the giants of Indian film industry gone. Yash Chopra's craft, his filmmaking, though, has become an institution in itself. The legendary filmmaker had another talent: to make others around him even better. The likes of Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, among many others, who owe a large part of their grand success to this man. Yash Chopra was truly a man who had the ability to tell a story right.
Many call Yash Chopra the king of romance. But bigger than that is the fact that Yashji, as he was fondly called, was the kingmaker in Bollywood. For he was largely responsible in shaping the careers of two of the biggest stars in Bollywood, the Shahnshah and the Badshah, Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan. His films with the two earned him cult status. It all began in 1975 with Diwar. And Yash Chopra casted Amitabh in the mold of the angry young man in Bollywood. He followed this movie with yet another, Trishul, which also starred Bachchan in an angry role, and went on to be a huge hit. Chopra's next two outings with Amitabh Bachchan were romantic dramas, Kabhi Kabhi and Silsila. Both were not just box office hits, but eternal love stories. Silsila went on to be the yardstick by which the later romantic movie was judged. Then in 1993, Yash Chopra changed gears and directed newcomer Shah Rukh Khan along with Juhi Chawla and Sunny Deol in a musical, Dar. Not a commercial blockbuster then, but a cult classic now. It was the launchpad of the next superstar in Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan. Chopra went on to direct two more romantic films, both starring Shah Rukh Khan. Dil To Pagal Hai came in 1997. Shah Rukh Khan was the brand new lover boy in Bollywood. Chopra followed this up with Veer Zara in 2004. Both these movies won the prolific director many accolades. Then he took a sabbatical. And early this year, Chopra returned to direct Shah Rukh in Jab Tak Hai Jaan. If Amitabh is Shahnshah and Shah Rukh is king, then Yash Chopra is definitely kingmaker. Entertainment Bureau headlines today.
Well, the maker